A very good morning to all the class 6 students. In this video, we are going to talk about chapter number 4, that is grouping of materials. So we can group the materials on the basis of their classification. First of all, let us know what do we mean by materials. Material is any kind of substance which is used for making up of the object is called as materials. Then why classification of material is done? Classification of material is done in order to make the study of the objects easier and simple for our convenience. So that is why materials has been classified, because there are very different kinds of materials is there. So how we will be able, in putting in one group, we won't be able to study them, or we will be able to know them very nicely. So for that reason, materials are classified into different groups. The first it has been classified mainly on its properties. So the materials, first the characteristics of the materials is what, or you can say the properties. First property of the material is on the appearance and lustrous. On the appearance, the materials is classified into metals and non-metals. Example, all the metals, they are shiny in nature. Gold and silver will be the most common example. That means gold and silver, they have a very shiny nature. Next, on the basis of the hardness. So on the basis of hardness, metals is classified into three categories: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So solid state, we know this wooden block, chalk, duster, bricks, all these are your solid materials. And in the liquid state, we know that the water is in the liquid state, or your blood is also in your liquid state. Now, so the liquid has the property to flow, and solid, they have a fixed property. That means they are rigid in one place. And gaseous, that means air is the most common example. The air in which we breathe on, oxygen, nitrogen, all the composition is of air is present. The air which is filled in the balloons, tires, these are the gaseous state. So air has a free, it does not have a fixed volume, and fixed mass is not there of the air. So air does not have a fixed shape, and it does not have a fixed volume also. The gaseous state, they are the gaseous state. They are free to move. And then on the basis of solubilities, it is classified into soluble substances and insoluble substances. So soluble substances means what? Those substances which gets dissolved in the water is called as soluble substances. Example, salt, sugar, these are the substances which gets dissolved in the water. So they are the soluble substances. Then insoluble substances means what? Those substances which does not get dissolved in the water is called as the insoluble substances. Example, muddy water is a common example. When you dissolve mud into the water, that is the most common example. Next, if you put keys, nails in the water, that will sink into the water. So they are what? They are the insoluble substances. Leaves also, they will float over the water surface. So they are also insoluble substances. Now, we'll see if there are some objects which float and there are some objects which sink in the water. The objects whose density is less than water, they will float on the surface of the water, and the objects whose density is more than water, they will sink into the water. Example is like leaves, paper, oil, they all have a less density than water, then they used to retain on the surface of the water. And like stone, bricks, all these things will sink into the water. Nail, keys, all these densities has more masses, so it will get sink into the water. And the last topic is what? On the basis of transparency, material is classified into transparent, opaque and translucent materials. So transparent, opaque and translucent materials means what? Transparent materials are those materials which can be seen from one surface to the other surface also. That kind of materials is called as your transparent materials. That means there is a clear vision from back side as well as from the front side. That kind of materials is called as a transparent materials. So in transparent materials, what will be coming? Glasses will be the most common examples of your transparent materials. Now opaque materials means what? Those objects which do not allow light to pass through it is called as your opaque materials. Example will be your blackboard is the opaque materials, duster will be, bricks will be, then black clothes will be your opaque materials. It does not allow lights to pass through it. That kind of material is called as your opaque materials. And the translucent materials means it has a property between transparent materials and opaque materials. That means middle property is there. That means like a butter paper example is there. Even glasses also, there are some which has a transparent. So for drawing purposes, we use that butter paper for coloring and decorative purposes, or for carbon copy also. That kind of material is your translucent materials. That means what? We can see not fully but partially we can see through the translucent materials. So translucent materials example can be your Butter paper is the most common example of your translucent materials. So this is all about the grouping of materials into different categories. Grouping of materials is done for the better and easy study of the materials, and it is grouped into on its basing on the properties. Materials are grouped into various categories. This is all about your chapter number 4. You watch the video and go through your book also twice and thrice for your good understanding of the chapter. Thank you.